morning, America. Today is December 25th, 1973, and Merry Christmas! We hope you are staying warm in this chilly winter day. Let us give you the latest and most important news as you complete your morning routine. We have a lot to cover today, so let's get right to it. First off, we have something a little different today. We'll be offering an in-depth report on the most influential presidents in this drastically changing American society. Welcome, Kenneth, the presidential expert.
So, in case you don't know yet, this is what our current president looks like. He is the 37th president of the U.S. and he graduated from Duke, from the School of Law, and he also served on active duty in the U.S. Navy Reserve during World War II. And he recently signed the H.R. 9474, which is a veteran disability and death pension bill during an Oval Office ceremony. He was also elected to the House of Representatives in 1946 and the Senate in 1950. And he ran for presidency twice. First against Eisenhower, which he lost, and the second time against Hubert Humphrey, where he won. And he visited China in 1972, which sparked diplomatic relations, but then he initiated a détente. And he was also really involved in the Vietnam War, and he opened up to the Watergate scandal, which we're going to talk about next.
Thank you, Kenneth. Nixon is the center of our discussion today. His presidency has been filled with ups and downs, as I will now explain. If you may all remember, last year there was a break-in in the Watergate offices. And last month, Judge Sirica from the U.S. Court of Appeals has subpoenaed 9 relevant tapes from Nixon's White Office. The president decided to offer summaries instead of handing over the tapes, but after a series of public protests, 7 tapes have been turned in. However, one of them had a gap of 18 minutes. And after a thorough review, it was decided that those 18 minutes had been deliberately deleted. And the House Judiciary Committee are beginning to initiate a formal impeachment inquiry on the president next year.
Thank you, Koya. The recent scandal aside, it is still important for us to remember Nixon's accomplishments, as I will tell you about soon. The Vietnam War. Just hearing the phrase conjures up images of bloody battle and suffering soldiers. This war has been a topic of great controversy for years, and today, this controversy is about to end. For now, it seems like the Doves will win over the Hawks. The Paris Peace Accords were signed in Paris earlier today, marking a ceasefire that will finally stop the bloodshed that many agree has been going on for way too long in Vietnam. The treaty requires not only a ceasefire, but also draws a line across the 17th parallel, forming a division between North Vietnam and South Vietnam. More importantly, the document provides that all prisoners of war held in Vietnam is to be released immediately. While the Paris Peace Accords is definitely something to celebrate, it is important to know that the agreement was difficult to come by, especially considering President Nixon's carrot and stick approach. The carrot was Vietnamization, with South Vietnam taking over control and American troops being withdrawn. When this relatively peaceful method didn't bring Vietnam to the negotiating table, however, Nixon brought out the stick. He ordered bombings in Hanoi, forcing President Thieu to soften his demands. Despite many difficulties and tragedies, the United States was ultimately able to bring about peace, and for that, many Americans are sure to be grateful.
It's not yet 8 a.m., and we are already getting political, so let's shift our topic to something less heavy. Since our in-depth report relates to American society today, we should discuss the latest trends and what's new. Breaking news. Watermelons are at an all-time low, currently at 9 cents per pound. Additionally, it is almost the 2-month anniversary of the Federal Express. For those of you who do not know what the Federal Express is, it is a company focused on delivering parcels. It also provides overnight shipping for those who are on a tight schedule. Finally, Burger King has released an advertisement with its new slogan, "Have it your way." Burger King is drawing attention to customized orders. So here is an excerpt from the commercial.
And would I have to wait long if you made 1 Whopper with no pickle and no lettuce?
No, sir. Hold the pickle, hold the lettuce. Special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way.
Oh, well, in that case, could I have the other Whopper with extra ketchup?
Sure. We can serve your broiled beef Whopper fresh with everything on topper. Any way you think is proper, have it your way.
As we continue with that theme of lighthearted news reports, we'll have our technology investigator, Lee, give us a report on the notable technological advancements of this year. Firstly, the first PC was built. The computer is called Alto and was developed at Xerox. The first computer to be called a desktop, it had a mouse and a graphical user interface with icons. However, it wasn't readily available for everyone. It was widely used only at Xerox and was provided to universities and government agencies. This company also developed Ethernet this year, which allowed their computers to communicate with each other. On to the next one. The first handheld cellular phone call was conducted by Martin Cooper of Motorola. The cell phone was 2.5 pounds, and it basically looks like a walkie-talkie. If they can somehow manage to reduce the size and weight, it would become a very convenient tool in the near future. On May 14th, the first US space station was launched, which provides a wealth of information for scientists in America. And then, lastly, the Big Lighter was launched this year, which provides a full-size pocket lighter with adjustable flame.
Coffee, tea, or a flick of my bick?
Private, don't you know to flick your bick in the presence of an officer?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Philip, now that we're in the tunnel of love, could I have a flick of your bick?
Why just light up when you can flick your bick? It's smooth, easy on the thumb, and you get thousands of flicks from a single bick. The Bic Butane. Keep flicking your bick, Mark.
Thank you for listening, and we hope that today's report has been informative as well as engaging. On this jolly day, be sure to spend time with your friends and family. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you tomorrow.